spent my entire life either at the schoolhouse, on the way to the schoolhouse, or talking about what happens in the schoolhouse. Rita Pearson, an educator since 1972, was a counselor, test coordinator, and assistant principal. In each of these roles, she brought a special energy to get to know each and every one of her students. Today, it's my privilege to present in front of you her famous speech, "Every kid deserves a champion." Both my parents were educators. My maternal grandparents were educators. And for the past 40 years, I've done the same thing. And so, needless to say, I've looked at education reform from a lot of perspectives. Some of those reforms have been good, some not so good. And we know why kids drop out. We know why kids don't learn. It's either poverty, low attendance, or negative peer influences. We know why. But one of the things we never discuss, or we rarely discuss, is the value and importance of human connection, relationships. James Comer says that no significant learning can occur without a significant relationship. George Washington Carvey says that all learning is understanding relationships. Every one of you has been affected by a teacher or an adult. For years, I have watched people teach. I've looked at some of the best, and I've looked at some of the worst. A colleague said to me one time, "They don't pay me to like the kids. They pay me to teach the lesson. The kids should learn it. I should teach it. They should learn it. Case closed." Well, I said to her, "You know, kids don't learn from people they don't like." She said, "That's just a bunch of hooey." And I said, "Well, your year is going to be long and arduous, dear." And needless to say, it was. Some people think that you either have it in you to build a relationship or you don't. I think Stephen Covey had the right idea. He says you ought to just throw in some simple things, like understanding as opposed to being understood. Simple things, like apologizing. You ever thought about that? Tell a kid you're sorry, they're in shock. I taught a lesson once on ratios. I'm not real good with math, but I was working on it. I got back and looked at that teacher's edition. I taught the whole lesson wrong. So I got back the next day and told all my students, "Look guys, I need to apologize. I taught the whole lesson wrong the other day. I'm so sorry." They said, "That's okay, you were so excited, we just let you go." I have had classes that were so low, so academically deficient that I cried. I wondered, how am I going to take this group in 9 months from where they are to where they need to be? And it was hard. It was awfully difficult. How am I supposed to raise the self-esteem in a child and their academic achievement at the same time? One year I came up with a bright idea. I told all my students, "You were chosen to be in my class because I am the best teacher and you are the best students." They put us all together so we can show everyone else how to do it. One of the students said, "Really?" I said, "Really. We have to show everyone else how to do it. So when we walk down the halls, we can't make any noise. We just have to strut." And I gave them a saying to say, "I am somebody. I was somebody when I came. I'll be a better somebody when I leave. I am powerful. I am strong. I deserve the education that I get here. I have things to do, people to impress, and places to go." And they said, "Yeah,